Okay.
All right, we're rejoined with Representative Corina Magofna. And Representative Magofna, thanks for joining us. Of course, we're checking in with you after you announced that you're running as independent. You released your letter yesterday, and you've been speaking to why you made the decision and also to run as an independent in the next election. So can you speak to why you decided to make this announcement now?
Sure. Thank you for the question, Thomas. I really appreciate you giving me the opportunity and the time to speak to my constituents using your platform. First and foremost, I would like to send my deepest gratitude to all my constituents here in Precinct 3. I am deeply grateful for the opportunity that they have given me to represent them at the legislature with their votes of confidence. So thank you very much to all my constituents. Second, I would like to thank the Democratic Party for all the support and the help that they have given me along this journey. They did play a big role as well with me filling this seat. And so thank you to the Democratic Party. Now, going back to the decision on why I decided to run as independent this time around, I was saying earlier that this wasn't a decision that I made overnight. I've been struggling with this decision for a little bit over a couple months now. I've been speaking to many of my family members and having really just long conversations with my constituents. And as conflicted as I am, I had to keep it simple and simplify things for myself so that I can make that decision and make, I don't know if it's the right decision, but I had to remind myself how I got here and why I'm even here. And so I just, to keep it simple, I had to ask myself, who elected me into office? And why did I even decide to run for office in the first place? And the clear and simple answer was, I did it for the people. In the beginning in 2020, when I made the decision to run for office, I didn't even have a party in mind. I just knew that I wanted to commit myself and serve the people in any way that I can to help make the Commonwealth a better place to live in. And so that's what I had to go back to and just kind of dig deep down and ask myself those questions, and so as soon as I made the determination, it wasn't as hard to make the decision to run as independent. Yes, I'm kind of torn that I will be leaving the party, but I had to remind myself that I'm actually not leaving the party or my colleagues. I will still be working with them. I still have good working relationships with them. Nothing has really changed. And I think that's the most important message that I would like to send to my constituents, is that regardless of, what party affiliation I'm with, I have not changed as a person. My commitments, my goals, my objectives, my whole reason for being here is the very same reason why I started in the beginning. So the message to my constituents is that, I'm still the very same person who you voted for to represent you at the legislature. I'm still the same Corina with the same principles, with the same commitment, and nothing has changed, except I'm going independent this time around. So I humbly ask that the people will continue to support me. And, I ask for their respect with regards to my decision. And I just kind of want to keep it like that.
Yes, and Representative, I just have a few follow-up questions. The first of which is, was there any turning point for you in the Democratic Party that you decided to run as independent? We know that you've gone through the impeachment process as well. You're part of that preparation. In fact, the speaker mentioned your name in his letter yesterday to the Senate president in terms of who should be prosecuting the impeachment case. Was there a series of events or that have led you to this decision? Is it almost a rebuke of the Democratic Party? Because I
Not at
mean,
all.
people are,
Not at all.
you're leaving the party, and it seems as though maybe your values are no longer aligned with theirs. Would you say that's the
Not
case?
not at all. I would, that is definitely not the reason for me for my decision. Like I said, I've had really long discussions with many different people, including my family, and this was just the decision that I came up with, and I
Have you
figured that
spoken
if
have
I
you spoken to the Democratic Party chair, Nola Hicks?
um we we have communicate like I haven't communicated with her for quite some time now, but I do plan to. And but other members of the Democratic Party, such as my colleagues, they are all aware of my decision. Even I started sharing it with them back in January and even in February. That I was having thoughts about. I was considering the thought of moving to independent, and so this is uh, nothing new to my colleagues. I personally shared it with every single one of them, and so that's kind of where it is.
And you're not going to be the only independent. Obviously, there are other independents in the House. Would you say though that it's fair to describe your relationship moving ahead as an independent aligned with the Democrats, or are you more comfortable?
Absolutely,
Okay, so you're
absolutely.
okay. And
I'm
I
still a Democrat.
all right. And I did want to ask, I guess, what does this do for your campaign? You are running for re-election, as you said, but now this time around, you will not have the necessarily, a strong of a tie to the Democratic Party. So, how do you think this will impact your next run?
um, I'm just gonna work just as hard, if not harder, than I did and during the special election. I will continue to do my house-to-house visits, and that's all I can do as far as campaigning. I'm just gonna work really, really hard in making sure that I'm in touch with the people, and that the people know that I haven't changed as a person. And that I'm still more than happy to serve my constituents if they would allow me.
All right, Representative Magofna, that's all the questions I had. Is there any parting words you'd like to say? I'm sure we'll catch up another time, but with regards to this matter, is there any last comment?
Um, no, I just want the people to know that honestly, I don't have any qualms with my Democratic colleagues. As a matter of fact, we have really good working relationships, and I don't foresee that changing. Just because a person, changes or makes a decision to go independent or neutral, it doesn't change the fact that they have good working relationships. We still um, work together very well, and we still are striving for the same goals and objective, which is to help our people and help make the CNMI a better place to live in. So nothing has changed as far as our goals and commitments.
All right, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Thomas.